Hey, Chris Ferdinandi here with another Vanilla.js quick tip. Let's get into it. Event delegation requires that the event you're listening for bubbles. And unfortunately, not all events that happen in the browser actually bubble. If you're not sure, the event reference on the Mozilla Developer Network documents whether or not an event bubbles for all of the events that they have there. So for example, I'm looking at the page for the click event, and they've got this table up at the top that says bubbles, and that's set to yes. The focus event, on the other hand, the event that fires when an element comes into focus, does not bubble. And as a result, if you try to use event delegation with this type of event, it won't work. Here I have add event listener attached to the document. I have some buttons, and I want to listen for when they come into focus. I'm going to log an element was brought into focus, and then the actual element that triggered this event. And if I jump over to the browser and I tab onto these buttons, I don't know if you can see the black outline around them, but they are not running our event, even though they're coming into focus. Fortunately, there's a way to work around this. The add event listener method has a third argument, use capture. Now, what this does is it tells the browser to listen for events rather than listening for events that bubble up. It starts at the thing that you attach it to, the document, and tells it to listen down for any events that happen within it. So it ultimately achieves the same effect, but it approaches it a little bit differently, and it tells the browser to behave in a specific way that it wouldn't out of the box. So if I add true as an optional third argument here, and if you leave it blank, it's false, or if you don't include it. But I'm going to set this to true. And now I can get the benefits of event delegation with an event type that doesn't bubble. So if I tab through, now you can see an element was brought into focus. It was this button. I'm going to tab to the next one. An element was brought into focus, and it's that next button, and so on. So if you ever find yourself trying to use event delegation, it's a good idea to, if you're not familiar with the types of events that do or don't bubble, look them up on the Mozilla Developer Network. Check to see if they do. Over time, you'll start to just kind of mentally build a catalog of the events that do and don't bubble. But if you're trying to use event delegation and it's not working and you would expect it to, might be an area for you to check. Make sure that the event is one that bubbles. And if not, set this third argument to true to work around that. If you like this video, please don't forget to like and subscribe, and maybe even share it with someone else who you think might enjoy it. You can also get my daily developer tips newsletter over at gomakethings.com, where every weekday I share a new tip, trick, tool, or Vanilla.js snippet to help you build a simpler and more resilient web. Thanks so much for watching.